Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm excited because we've had a week of. I haven't made videos in the last week. I've been playing with the kids. Sorry, guys, but we've had a week of comments building up and people talking about properties from the previous live video I did last Monday. And so I make these videos every Monday morning at 9 a.m. and I give away land. And I wasn't able to make it this last week because I had the kids. And I can't make one of these videos juggling the kids. So I recorded this video ahead of time, and I asked everybody what's the most economic property that you can see or find or care about on the website that's for sale, and leave comments down below. And what makes it economic to you? Is it cutting your bills? Is it being able to turn around and sell it for more? Is it using it as an investment property to sell it on terms, buy it for cash, so, something like buy it for $1,000 and sell it for $100 a month for 24 months. It's a lot better than putting your money in a bank account. So you're backed by land and you get double and then some out of your investment. Like what makes the property economic to you? Go find a property on the website and tell us about it and why you think that's the most economic one. You could build something on the property. You could pitch the story of building something on the property, why you think that property would be your favorite, most economic one. And I thought it'd be fun to see the replies of what people come back with, because I hear the stories all day long. But I mean, if we see them a little more publicly, like on YouTube, for example, I thought maybe you guys could compare notes and look at back and forth to see what each other's doing or caring about and looking at. So we've got that video and I got it pulled up. I'm gonna jump into the computer here. I'll pull up that video. So this is the video from last week. I'll put a link down below in this current video if you want to go back and watch that one. Looks like we got 700 views or something, and looks like people on average watched like 3 minutes of it. 8-minute video. So some people got into it, some people just walked away. And we got a bunch of different comments. And so just before the show I went through and I found the one that had the most thumbs up. And so in the previous video I was asking for whoever gets the most thumbs up wins a free piece of property. And so I was looking through these. I sorted by most popular, and it didn't seem to sort by the thumbs up, so I don't know. But there was one person in here that had 15, and I think the next best was 11, and then on down from there. So 15 thumbs up goes to Jenna Liliani. And so Jenna, if you're listening, if you're watching, I would like you want a free piece of land. I'm going to give you a piece of land. I'm not going to tell you exactly what the piece of land is until I get it all purchased, because I'm going to go negotiate on your behalf and buy this thing for you and put it into your name. And it takes me some time, like some of the other people that won some free land on here. I got turned down and kicked out through the process, and I had to go back and start over. We got some crazy taxes or something. I had to start over. So it takes some time to go through the process to get you the land. Maybe it takes a couple months, but eventually you get the deed in your name, and that name that you want to own this piece of property in is what I'd like you to send me. So please email me, or email my assistant Gilian at ruralvacantland.com, Gilian at ruralvacantland.com. Say that your username on YouTube is Jenna Liliani, and that you won the free piece of property on August 13th by having the most thumbs up on your comment. And so I also need to know your contact information, like phone number, mailing address, because I'm going to have the state or county or whoever mail you a deed to this property, and they're also going to send you tax bills out into the future for this property, future tax bills on the thing. And what you can do with the property is you could shrug it off and do nothing if you really want to. I'm sure some people do that. Not pay the taxes, and eventually the government will take it away from you. I think that's just stupid. I'd rather you had me sell it for you and turn it into cash and just use the cash for whatever you want. Maybe use the cash for one of these properties that you're pointing out, or go use the property. I mean, the thing's for free. You could You could study the rules and regulations of it, build something on it, rent it out, live there, have it as a second home, give it to your kids, grandkids, whatever you want. I mean, it's land. It's an asset. It's a tool you can use for all kinds of things. So let's read your comment. And I wanted to look at a couple of the other comments here and see why this one was the most liked. Looks like there's some replies on it too. So this is what Jenna Liliani says. The most economic venture would be to get a group of like-minded people together whom dream of living off-grid or on a more sustainable life, and form a land trust together in which everyone would pitch in to buy several touching 4-acre lots in Cochise County, Arizona, like ID, and she puts the ID number in there of the specific property. The beneficiaries would divvy up the land, build community, and help one another build their off-grid permaculture dreams. A small sustainable community with like-minded neighbors equals priceless return on investment. So she's talking permaculture. She's got a bunch of the words in there. Like-minded people, priceless ROI. She hits the points. She's like, should be writing poems or something for this kind of stuff. And so I think that's obvious why she got the most thumbs up. She just hit it really well. Got a couple comments under hers. Brian Moyer says, love this idea, count me in. Clay Graham says, I would be interested. So a couple different people chiming in. Thank you, Jenna. Thanks for watching videos. Thanks for winning the property. Thanks for commenting. There's a couple other people here I thought we could point out as well, because there's some runners up that got some good thumbs up in action as well. I think there's some great ideas out here. So Jessica O'Reilly is another one. I think the most economical piece of property is in Cochise County. If you can get 4 to 5 acres under $2,000, building and homesteading in Cochise is favorable. I watch Handyman, and I'm convinced he has a great idea. I believe in time, more people will think living in rural areas is beneficial for living, returning back to nature. Yeah, totally, Jessica. I've been selling out of the Cochise properties pretty quick recently, the 4-acre and up ones that you can do owner builder on, like Handyman, for those of you who don't know, is a YouTube channel that is building a homestead in Cochise County, Arizona. Another guy, Tom Cruise, he's got some that shows up here. He said, the land I selected has been sold already. I won't reveal which piece it was simply because I don't want people to move in there. But here's what's economic to him. No light pollution, middle of nowhere. And he says he's not antisocial or hatred of people. He simply just doesn't want to live near them anymore due to social decay. I mean, there's a lot of that kind of action on here too. Lonely Prepper Homestead got 10 thumbs up. He's saying, as a previous winner of your land giveaway, I just like to comment and say how much I personally appreciate the time and effort you put into actually give away land for free, and your willingness to do so even when you're not available to live stream. Yeah, no, thank you. Lonely Prepper Homestead's got a neat channel coming on too, so you should check out his YouTube channel. He got a couple of replies that I wanted to follow up on while I'm here as well. Pammy Lee says, what piece of land did you win? She's asking about, 'cause she won some land before, and she's saying, where's my land? I'm sorry, guys. It just like Lonely Prepper Homestead is saying, it's a lot of work to give away land. I had no idea how much work it would be to give away land. I give land away, and I'd still got to like deliver the sales pitch of this land is really good, because even though I'm giving it to them for free, but that's part of the world we live in, I guess. And the paperwork and stuff, just chasing around, making it happen. That's why it's slow. It's free because it's cheap. I'm doing the slow route because it's cheap, and that's what I can afford to give away. I can't afford to give away the bigger dollar ones. I don't have that kind of money. And a couple guys saying, like Herb says, I would buy that 40 acres in Arizona for approximately $8,000, then develop half of it for myself. Bring my equipment in, my dump truck and my construction equipment. Then I would split the other 20 acres into 4 5-acre tracts. I would help develop the land and offer water hauling and firewood delivery. I could deliver gravel to people in need and just develop a friendship with the people and provide support on some of their building projects. In turn, I would develop friendships along with the land. I would also buy up Arkansas land as it becomes available for the lowest possible prices. Thank you for reading this post. Yeah, I mean, I've made a couple videos in the past about that idea. You buy a bigger piece of land and split it up and sell the smaller pieces off to help pay for your piece of land. I mean, if you do that like Herb's talking about here, buy a 40, keep 20 and sell the other 20 as, you know, 4 or 5 acre properties, if the zoning allows it and the regulations allow it and everything, you could probably sell those smaller pieces for enough to pay for your 20 and basically get land for free. So I've gone through the recipe for that in previous videos, and that's, I mean, that process is tried and true. That's been around forever. Lots of people have done that since the beginning of time. And it goes on and on. Here's Jessica C's got 11 comments. I'll hit this one and then we'll move on. My dream has always been to own land. As a child, my dream was to have a farm, and still is. I would love to have land to rescue animals. I am now older, and my main reason for wanting land is my family. We have had health issues, and our dream and plan is to have our own land and build a forever home to live in. I will make it happen one day. To me, the security of owning your own land is the best it can get. I think the most economical land would be Arkansas land, Arkansas Izzard, or Cochise, Arizona. Thank you for making these videos. I have learned so much from your channel. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for everyone that's commenting, listening, watching right now, and paying attention. Let's jump out of that tiny font screen. Hopefully you don't go cross-eyed looking at it. Not that my face is that much better, right? But I've got Willie Goldberg on the line. Willie, you still there?
Yes, I'm here, Luke.
Okay, good. I think I got the volume working and everything. So Willie is on the website. He's on ruralvacantland.com, and that's where all these comments are coming from. When people are looking at land on ruralvacantland.com, it's my website, and a couple 15 other people posting properties on the website, and Willie's one of them. And he's got a bunch of great properties around. I mean, I keep seeing them back of Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, Kern County. Where else have you been doing properties?
Yeah, so I've been primarily in those 3 areas, Kern, San Bernardino, LA County. I'm expanding a little bit. I've got probably 25 properties in those 3 counties at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to expand elsewhere. So I'm trying to go to New Mexico. I've sent out a bunch of offers over the past month, trying to get out a mailer each week. So I've been sending out to Sandoval, Rio Arriba, Cibola, Otero, just a bunch of counties out in New Mexico. So I should be getting some out there as well, Rio Arriba. So
nice.
Should be expanding a little bit as well.
Good. Oh, that's fun. It's fun to hear. We also bought a property together a week or 2 ago.
Yeah. The one out in Nevada County.
Yeah, and just got some pictures.
The 3-acre lot.
Yeah, just got pictures from a picture guy. I was just paying the bill on that this morning.
Okay.
So a picture guy, those should be up on the website real soon if they're not already.
Great. How do the pictures look?
It's good. Bunch of trees, really wooded lot. There's a little dirt road that goes into one side of the lot. The picture guy talked to the multiple neighbors, and there's an easement that goes to the other side of the property, and he talked to those neighbors, and yeah, they know about the easement and they're aware of it, and the picture guy went through that way and got into the property, and so access seems to be there, and just a bunch of trees, really nice neighbors, the guy was saying. So we'll see. I'm sure somebody picks it up. So the property we're talking about right now is in Nevada County, California. We're asking $65,000, and I don't have it pulled up on the screen. I'll put a link to that property in the description of this video after I'm done making the video. Take some notes so I remember all the stuff to make links to for people to watch this after the live recording. Okay, so I've got Willie has a property that he wanted to talk about, and so one of the points of this show, from the beginning of the show, as I started making it, was I thought we could talk about land deals. We can learn from each other, comparing each other's land deals. Ones we're shopping, ones we're thinking about buying, ones we've bought, ones that we're working on buying, selling, like going through the whole process. And so Willie's got one that I believe is bought and ready to go, right? Do I have that right?
This one was bought. I'm actually partnering in this one with another Land Academy guy.
Okay.
It's out in Tehachapi, California, so it's out in Kern County. And yeah, Tehachapi it's kind of it's a little bit in the mountains, so it's a pretty beautiful area. It's got good elevation. I think it should be over 4,000 feet, so a little bit cooler. And yeah, it's 35 miles east southeast of Bakersfield.
Yep.
And yeah, this one, yeah, it's a nice corner lot. Yeah, right near downtown Tehachapi. It's got no HOA fees, and yeah, it's in a subdivision called Mountain Meadows. And comps for this one are trading quite a bit higher. I think that the next nearest comp is at 18,000 in the subdivision in the area. So I think we've priced it pretty well, and I think we've had interest on it, and we've actually got two of them. So there's one. The one that I'm advertising right now is the one that's the corner lot. We've also got the one that's south of it that's also 2 acres. So yeah, I think they're good lots and good proximity to downtown Tehachapi and near Bakersfield in the mountains. Got I think Tehachapi's a pretty beautiful area, and definitely a plus that there's no HOA fees for this one. So yeah, I think it's a good lot, and hope others do too.
Okay. So it looks like the buy it now button's working. It looks like you have a buy on terms button as well. That's pretty nice. Let's see if that works. That's coming up.
So,
we're asking.
Yeah, buy
$1,000.
now button. You can buy in terms. I think I put the terms in there. If those terms work for you, that's fine. I thought those are kind of the minimum terms I'm willing to accept. If you want any terms above that, we can make it work. So if you're interested, you can kind of reach out to me, and we can cater the terms to whatever is most convenient to you.
Okay. So I think this one you're asking $1,000 at checkout, and then $350 a month for 39 periods. That sounds very reasonable. I had some properties in Tehachapi in the past that just, I mean, I must have really priced them too low or something. They were gone in 2 days or whatever. Like as soon as I put them up on the website.
Great spot to go vacationing. I mean, it's good proximity to Bakersfield, also good proximity to LA. I think it's within 2-hour drive of Los Angeles. So
yeah.
So I think the buyers, if they're out in that area, I think it's a good property for them. So I guess some people probably live out there. I think this one's zoned also for module homes. So
okay.
you can also go live out there. But I think it's primarily, I think it would be a great vacation spot. And I also think the area is appreciating, so it could make a good investment as well.
Yeah, looks like some farm fields and some cookie cutter neighborhoods in the area, and then this area looks like bigger lots. Probably fancier.
Yeah.
I'm guessing more custom homes than the cookie cutters over yonder. Yeah. So
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember the property. One of the 2 or 3 of them in Tehachapi. I remember this one lady, she was so excited. I think she was from Brazil. She could like hardly speak English very well. And she bought one of my properties. And I'm like, what are you going to use it for? I really gotta make sure you understand there's no access to this property. Because it was, I got it as a package, you know. And so I had 2 of them that were good access, and then one that was just like crazy, you're not getting there. Fences, signs, like everything was just wrong with the access. But I made it really cheap, you know. And she wanted to raise bees, and so she wanted to put her beehives there, and she makes honey, and she was going for it. Like she's like, I'll get my beehives in there. No one's gonna complain. And she just had the tenacity and the drive, and that was a cool lady.
That's definitely a new one. I've not heard of any of my buyers trying to raise bees on their property, but more power to her, I guess.
Yeah, I've had a couple buyers. They usually want a local water source, like a stream or a pond or something that the bees can hydrate, like some kind of water, or else they have to provide like access to clean water, and so I mean with that, I mean that's the basic ingredient. You can set up beehives and they can go for it. I mean it's better if you have a lot of, you know, farming wildlife, flowers, stuff around the area for them to go work on. But I mean, the bees figure it out as long as they have water. And some people move the bees depending on the seasons. They have a bunch of different properties like this, and they move them around. They just load the things on trucks and move them around.
Yeah.
So it's interesting
Well,
business.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
How are things going with your mailing? Where are you sending out offers now?
I haven't been sending out so many offers because I've just been too busy. I haven't been able to keep up on much of anything. Like just answering the phone, just like getting back to people, keeping on top of paperwork. I've been going as hard and fast as I can while it's being summer and the kids are not in school. And juggling the kids and paperwork, I've just been going as much as I possibly can. I got a stack of deeds I'm working on today, right next to me here.
Well, I guess they're worse problems to have.
Yeah. I think I got 2 title closes I can do today. I think I got all the money and paperwork in for one. I got to send some more money in for another one, and then I think there's one I can pull off tomorrow. So those things are a lot of paperwork, like just logistics, making them all happen. I don't think a lot of people understand how much work goes into using title companies.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Trying to do deals.
Yeah. This property looks like it's got some nice views of the mountains. I think it's to the mountains or to the south, it looks like. And looks like some trees. That area's got a lot of wind farms like up in the hills. I don't see it on the satellite view, but usually you can see wind farming all over that valley. Yeah,
so I think it's remote enough to where you can get good views of the mountains and just be in nature. But I think it's also it's close enough to downtown Tehachapi where you've got good proximity to supplies, anything you really need up there. So I think it's got that good balance.
Yep. It's cool. So let me hit the comments here for a sec. I see someone talking about bees. A2 is saying, "Hey Luke, the desert is full of pollen for bees just before summer." Yeah, it's very true. Someone's asking for land in King County, Washington, Maple Valley. Not at the moment, but maybe someday. Says you want zoning like that, but up north with trees and a stream. Yeah, I think like probably talking about Cochise County zoning. Yeah, so there's a couple people talking about RU4 zoning. RU4 is the Cochise County kind of zoning that you can do owner builder. Yeah, you can basically do whatever and yeah. So there's a couple comments. I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with them all. Peddling Profits. Yeah, no, it's great. Peddling Profits is saying he's welcoming to post the videos on a Facebook group. Richard Lynch is saying it's my birthday on the 15th. That's like 2 days away, right? Yeah, so Wednesday. It's his birthday on Wednesday. I've always wanted to own some land. Richard. Yeah, happy birthday, Richard. Exactly. I've always wanted to own some land. I've managed lots of other people's land. It's my time to shine. Please consider me for the free land giveaway. Yeah, so I plan on giving it. Go ahead.
Someone's birthday on your channel, do you automatically give them the land that day?
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of birthdays if that's the case. No, I've been getting haggled just trying to figure out who to give the land to.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask a question later on towards the end of this video, and hopefully the video keeps up and holds out through the whole thing. I got some red lights going by. I'm gonna get rid of some basic stuff on the screen here that kills a lot of my feed. See if I get the feed going a little faster. So I'm going to give away some land towards the end of this video for today's video. The property I given away earlier was to Jenna Liliani. I'm taking comments on that. That's from last week's video because I wasn't able to do it live. So that's last week Monday's land giveaway. Today I'm going to give another piece of land away to whoever's watching, listening towards the end of this video, and answers just a basic, simple question. In the meantime, I want to say thank you to Willie for coming on the show, talking about this land. This looks like a neat piece of property. It looks like you could drive right up to it. You got owner financing. You've got a simple cash price in an area it's been hard to keep land on the shelf for me. So I'm sure you'll find somebody that wants to run to that property, and especially if you can put a mobile home on it. I mean, that makes it really easy. You can put a mobile home on there and start renting it out. I mean, you could do owner financing, $350 a month, put a mobile home on there. You could probably get financing from the mobile home guys. Not probably, I'm pretty darn sure you can. And get that delivered to the site, and you could probably start renting the thing out. Have you looked at rents in the area? I bet you.
I haven't. I haven't looked and go to that route, but could be something worthwhile to think about. For the
right person, I bet you paying terms on that property, paying terms on a mobile, and collecting rent from somebody that lives in that mobile produces a positive cash flow. And then how many months was the payment term? 39 months. So
like 39, about 3 years.
Yeah, it's a little over 3 years. You got the land paid off. The mobile probably, you probably pay for that at 15, 20 years or something. You'll be paying on that. But you'll still be collecting rent. You can collect positive cash flow on the rent, or go live there yourself and lower your cost of life, and put together a couple of these. I mean, it sounds like Willie's got a second one you could do next door. You could probably do two of them, and when you go fix something, you can go visit both properties, and just positive cash flow right out of the gate on that thing if you do it right. I'm sure there's economics in a property like that. So
yeah, I've definitely thought about kind of just putting on a structure or like a tiny house or something. Yeah. I had one buyer, someone reach out to me and say that they can help me out with it and build it for me. I just don't want to deal with the upkeep.
Yeah, you're better off just
from a distance, but
you're better off just financing the land to them.
If there's a buyer who's entrepreneurial, I think it's a good buy for you.
Yeah, just have them put down the down payment, make the payments, and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let them be the guy on the ground. So that's neat. So I want to thank you, Willie, and I'm going to hang up on you. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for bringing up the properties. And let's do it again maybe next week or every week if you always have more land. Let's keep talking about land. And thank you. Talk to you later.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Bye, Willie. Next person up is Ben Dow. So let's see if I can get him on here. He wants to do a mailer. So Ben, if you're out there listening, watching, I'm just about to call you as soon as I can find your number. So we'll see if he answers the phone. So Ben is he's got some properties posted on the website right now. I think the current property that he has, I think he might just have one property posted. San Luis Obispo County. It's a beautiful looking property.
Talk to you later. Yeah. Hello?
Hello, Ben.
Bye, Willie.
Hey, maybe you could mute the video in the background.
Yeah, I muted the video now.
Thanks for answering. This is Luke. You're live on YouTube, and we're talking about land, and I was just starting to say that I think you've got one property on the website, or do you have more than one? It's the San Luis Obispo one?
It fell through. I was entitled with it.
Oh, okay.
And he owns it. The attorney owns it. It was from a estate of someone who passed away, but there's some paperwork issues where the wife who's passed away owned a portion of it. So we're just trying to get some things worked out. He thinks it is a couple more forms to file, and we hope to close on it in a month, but it could take 1 to 9 months. So I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of waiting on it.
Gotcha. So it's not on the website.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, not right now. I took it down.
Cool. It was sounded like it was closed. It was beautiful looking property.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. That's why I think it's worth the hassle of working with them to get the title cleared.
Yeah, clean up the title, and then it can put it up for sale, and then whoever buys it can be really happy about it. In the meantime, we're looking for more land, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having me. I want to do a mailer with you. I'm still trying to get my first mailer out manually all by myself, but I do want to do a mailer with you live on the show.
Yeah, so I think that's great. I think that's awesome. That's what this show's about. It's about land, doing land deals, buying, selling land. And a lot of the ways that we get the land, like almost exclusively, not 100%, but mostly, is by sending out offers in the mail, like blind offers. I shouldn't say blind. Sending out cash offers for people's land. And we get a lot of data from different databases and different data sources, whatever we can think of and come up with. But the majority of the basis of this is coming from Land Academy, which Ben Dow is taking their course, right? You took their course.
Yes, I'm a new member, so I'm still in the early stages, but I've been following it for a couple of years.
Yeah. So I'll pull them up on the screen here. See if I can find them. Okay. So Land Academy is by Steve Butala and Jill DeWitt, and I don't know if they're married or not, but they're together, and they buy and sell land. I mean, he started by buying land and just different random tax auctions, going to different tax auctions in person was I believe the way that he started. And a lot of people do that. They buy land from tax auctions. And he would go sell it on eBay. He put it on eBay for $1 or something, and people would buy the land. And this was in the late 90s, early 2000s, when I thought I was cool by selling like oil wells on eBay. He was selling land. Oil wells were fun to sell, but I sold a bunch of oil stuff on eBay in those days. You could sell anything on eBay. The rules were pretty wide open. Later on, the rules got regulations clamped up on selling interests in oil wells. They used to fractionalize them up, and they called it securities and stuff. And yeah, it's a different story. But he would sell land on eBay, and he'd go buy more. He'd buy more at the auctions and sell that on eBay, buy more and sell more. And he eventually started figuring out, I need more land. How am I going to get more land? You can't always go to these auctions, and the auctions start getting more competitive at different times. And so he started mailing out offers. He started mailing out different postcards and letters and everything. And the way that he figured out worked the best was just a basic letter. It says, hey, I want to buy your land. Here's how much I'm willing to pay for your land. Puts a cash amount in the letter and says, I'll close quick. I'll make it easy for you, and I'll do all the work, and you just got to sign and accept the money, and here you go. So he's done that. And then 10, 15 years later, excuse me, he keeps doing that over and over and over and over and over again. He started this Land Academy, and he started teaching other people how to buy and sell land. So he charges people to learn, and I don't know what he's charging right now, but he's he gives some stuff away to get you interested in it, to bait the hook, and then there's some membership details. See what he says. Membership plans. I'm just going through the sales pitch, and eventually down here somewhere we got some prices. Yeah, so he's got prices: membership, silver membership, $250 a month. I don't know what these different plans are. Basically $250 a month, $2,000 up front, and some sale 15, whatever. You can go look at his prices and stuff. I'll put a link to that down below as well. But so we've both bought his program and learned his stuff, and he teaches good stuff. I mean, he's got this event coming up. I'm gonna go speak at this event because I think I was student number 4. Like, if I look at the numbers, little information stuff, it says I'm like number 4. I don't know if that means I was the 4th person he sold the program to or not, but I was pretty early on in him selling these programs, and he's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot about land from this guy, from these guys, and started dealing land. So he teaches how to do mailers, and that's what Ben Dow and I are about to talk about or dive into, is to do a mailer. And so you can go by his program, learn the nitty-gritty details of it. But I think Ben Dow and I are going to dive in and figure out what and where to go mail some cash offers to, right?
Yay, yay,
Yeah.
yay, yay.
So I haven't sent out any mail for, this is August, July, June. I think I sent out some in early June. Was the last time I sent out some mail. And I got flooded. I got totally, utterly flooded with deals. And I was too slow at getting back to a lot of them. A lot of them fell through the cracks. Because I was on vacation, because I was summer and everything else. But I'm going to keep working on those deals as much as I can, pound them out. As I clean out the chutes on the last of those deals, it'd be nice to have some more deals in the hopper coming along. So that's part of the strategy of sending out more mail. And Ben Dow was saying, you were saying something about, I think you already pulled some data somewhere.
Yes, I want to do Oklahoma. So I pulled some data in Delaware County, like 5 acres and up. So I have about 5,000 records, or about 3,600 records that I'm scrubbing through. I'm trying to get that mailer out manually. But what I want to do with you today is mail some surrounding counties in that area, including Mays County, Oklahoma. There's a lot of rivers and lakes near there. The lowest prices I've seen listed are about 11 to 22,000. So I'm hoping to buy some larger acreage, you know, for about $2 to $5 grand, you know, and then try to sell them for about 10 to 20.
Okay. Okay, so you want to pay 2 to 5 and sell for 10 to 20.
Yes.
Okay.
I've ran a little bit of Real Quest in Mays County, so I put lot acreage 1 acre to 100 acres, and then improved 0%. And that was about 5,200 records.
Okay.
Let's see if you come up with it. Yeah, so I'm hoping to maybe go there, maybe dig it down a little bit. But I'm going to pay for this whole mailer for you, Luke. Free mailer for you.
Okay. I'm taking notes. Thank you.
Okay.
So where's Mays County? I got a map of Oklahoma counties pulled up, and I'm looking for. It's like north, south.
Look in the up, northeast, all the way in the corner. You see where it says Ottawa?
Oh, there's Mays. M-A-Y-E-S.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty bad.
So
Go mail someplace I don't even know where it is or how to spell it. But it shows you how simple. It shows you how simple this process is. It's a process of systematically going through and making offers to everybody that owns a like kind of asset, whatever that asset might be. In this case, it's land. In other businesses, it's oil wells or ports or franchises or shopping centers or some other kind of asset, stocks. It's like placing a stink bid in the stock market. 10 million shareholders. It only takes one of those shareholders to take your stupid stink bid to get it cheaper than everyone else. And I used to do that kind of stuff all the time in the penny stock business. A lot of illiquidity in the stocks. You put a bid half of what the thing's trading for or less, and you get a bad day, or somebody needs to pay some college tuition or some bill that they didn't expect. They got to sell. They sell what's got a bid, and you get the stock cheap. You can do it in all kinds of assets. Land, I think, is probably an extreme case of that scenario, because there's so many different people that own land, and the prices are nowhere near as obvious as a stock trading, homogeneous shares in a stock trading. Land is all unique. It kind of looks homogeneous in some degrees, but each property is its own property. It's got its own things going on, its own neighbors, its own access, its own whatever title, good or bad title stuff. And so there's a lot of different ways to buy land, and doing it this way, I think, points out what kind of spread there can be in land from what people are paying retail, which is not anything that I really care about, to what people are liquidating the stuff for. And so if we can take it from liquidation values and bump it up to investment values, investment grade kinds of prices, let the investors go try to sell it retail over time and polishing whatever they want to do to the property. I think there can be a great spread in there, short term, lots of money to be made, and happy people all the way around. So Ben's looking at Mays County. So you already pulled, let me see if I got this right. You already pulled data on Mays County, and now you want to look at surrounding counties, or you want to look at Mays County?
I pulled data on Delaware County, which is right to the right. So I already have that lined up, working on that in the background. But Mays is right next to it, so I want to pull that data with you.
Okay. I like these maps and kind of take notes and stuff. So I've like driven through the center of the state. I've never even driven up into this corner of the state. I've done a lot of road trips, traveling around different places for different things. There's not that much land I haven't been near for some reason or another. But I think this is one of them. So Delaware County. Have you done any research on Delaware County?
I do, and the reason why I like these counties they're close to a lot of recreation and lakes and Neosho River, and it just seems like there's a lot of hunting and fishing grounds, so that kind of piques my interest.
Okay, I think I misspelled Delaware. D-L-A. How about the other side? Like, the other, I mean, it's Arkansas, right? Arkansas and Missouri, just the other side of there?
Yes, Arkansas right there, yep. And Missouri, just a tad right there, yep. But I wanted to pull the data from Mays County. There's rivers and lakes running all through the northeast there, so I just think that's a really desirable place for recreation.
Do you have any?
If anybody knows this area of Oklahoma, please put it in the comments.
Yeah, I should be watching the comments closer. Talking about hunting land. People are talking about camping, buying land, hunting. Okay, so what I was thinking about is land is really cheap on the Arkansas side. You know, just the way that they've got a really short leash. If you don't pay your taxes, like Arkansas takes the properties and they go liquidate the stuff for next to nothing. They've got the whole process pretty well oiled, and so you get a continuous stream of new properties on the market from people who haven't paid the taxes, and so that keeps prices low, in my opinion. And I think that's a beautiful thing in the U.S. You know, when the U.S. was set up, a lot of people were coming from Europe, and they were sick of having few large landowners that controlled everything, and the little guy, the new guy, couldn't get in there and make their own way. They couldn't have their own farm. They got to rent it. They got to sharecrop it. They couldn't get a hold of their own land. And the big landowners had the big political push, and they changed the rules somewhere along the way, or never had the rules in the first place, that the landowners really had to pay much of any tax. So a lot of the taxes were on the back of the labor instead of on the back of the landowner. And so the U.S. said, you know, we're going to have taxes on the land. We're going to have the land, you know, people can squat. They can go take the land away if you're not using it. And tax is going to happen on the land, not on the people. And that kind of idea makes it much more fluid of a market. So you get more efficient with the land you have. You don't have crazy amounts of land that you don't use, because people can squat on it and you got to pay tax on it. So you put cows on there, you farm it, you cut trees, whatever you can do. You make that land usable. If it's not usable, you sell it to somebody else who can use it, or you reduce the size of your farm down by not paying the taxes on bits and pieces of it instead of the whole thing. And it kind of creates a market effect of land. It gets the land to move. And if so, someone dies 5 generations ago or whatever, it's not, the land's not just off in oblivion. 500 grandkids, great grandkids that own it. They stop paying taxes and the county takes it back and it goes back in the market. So Arkansas has a lot of that right next door. So we might want to look at the prices of similar kind of properties next door. It might be a competition. Missouri doesn't have so much of that. Prices usually, from my experience, a little bit higher in Missouri. This looks like an awesome lake here. This is probably one of the dams, huh? It's probably built in like Depression era. Looks like a big old dam. Yeah, they just dam up the river and make these lakes. Grand Lake. Looks like a beautiful lake. Okay, so I'm just Grand Lake of the Cherokees. I bet you can do some awesome bass fishing there. Catfishing and stuff. So, Zillow, do we care about size? You're looking for dollars. 2 to 5, going to 10 to 20.
I do prefer a bigger size, maybe 5 and up.
Yeah. So, I see, this is the auction, doesn't count. I'm on Zillow. I see $3,500 for a 1.4 acre lot. It looks like it's posted like 4 times. Maybe they syndicated it through a whole bunch of areas. 1 acre for $3,500. It's 1.4, 1.8. Somebody's got the whole same picture for like page full of lots. 400 days on Zillow. I got too many of these. Private gated community. Golf course. HOA rules. Just says a bunch of rules and regulations. That's what I'm reading. So you got the rules and regulation land down there for like 3, 4. Man, they just flood out the whole county.
Yeah. Are you in Delaware County?
Yeah. Oklahoma.
I wanted to look up Mays County.
Oh,
M-A.
sorry.
It's the one left over. But you could help me dissect this county too, because I'm going to mail that one too.
Okay. Well, whatever the heck this neighborhood is that's flooding the market, Flint Ridge on the Illinois River, I would stay out of there. It's a private gated community. That's a broken neighborhood. They got tons of lots for like what the realtor's going to ask you. Yeah. I mean, they're like giving it away. You got to pay all the middlemen people, and whoever's selling the land doesn't get much of anything. Like, they just want you to pay the HOA fees. That's what it sounds like. Golf course,
so just
pool.
Stay away from that neighborhood.
I would.
Not for the whole county, but just that neighborhood, right?
Yeah, other people are smart enough to realize that neighborhoods, and I mean, some people probably love that thing. They got golf courses, tennis, and basketball, and pools and stuff. I mean, I don't know how much they charge for it, but it's probably monthly fees. It's not even annual fees, just looking at it, you know. I would stay out of there. You don't want to get stuck with that land. People will call you back and like, yeah, I'll sell you the property for $500, and it's like $10,000 in back fees or something. Yeah, so I'd probably do 2 acre. Well, I got it on the screen. Let's just bump it up. Let's do 2 acres plus, because they all seem to be 1 acre something. Well, they got 2.5 acres in that neighborhood too. It's probably like double lots. Let's try 5 acres and up. Okay, 5 acres and up. That neighborhood starts to disappear.
Yeah.
So then you start talking about properties. Here we go. Cheapest one, $29,500 for a 10 acre lot. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I pulled the data all 5 acres and up when I pulled it for Delaware.
Yeah, this looks like trees, power, little cabin or something. So that's probably going to be your main competition. 10 acres for basically 30 grand. So if you can sell your stuff for 10 to 20, you can blow their price out of the water. I think you probably got this one figured out. Let's see what 600 views in the last 30 days. 30 people saved this property to their favorites. That's pretty good numbers. It's a lot of people saving it to their favorites. I'm not saying they're buying it, but there's demand. People are shopping that area. It's not like some of the areas I've gotten into where there's one person a month that looks at the property in that area. Okay, so let's try Mays County. And I'd go look at whatever county that is next door in Arkansas too. Like, go look at how cheap it gets over there. That's going to be your other competition. Maybe not the 5 and 10 acre stuff. Might not apply so much. But let's still just take a look at them. So Mays County, directly west of Delaware County. Got Cherokee, Wagner, Rogers, a bunch of counties, a bunch of smaller counties here. $22,000 for 7 acres. It's been on Zillow for 249 days.
That's not good, right?
No, that's way overpriced. Or a really slow market. Let's see what they're see if anyone looks at it. It's not giving me how many people are looking at it. They put it up for 44 grand. They knocked it down to 22 grand. They cut the price in half. 8 or 9 months later. 23,000. This one's 116 days on Zillow. Man. I mean, it's some good looking land over there, but the days on market. Mobile's allowed. Competition. 242 views, 10 shoppers. This is one of the top 10 most visited in the neighborhood this week. So here's 2 days on Zillow. 20 acres, 70,000 bucks. It's got a gate and stuff. So in the penny stock business that I used to be into, people would ask me all the time, like, okay, so how do we buy this stock, or how do we sell this stock when it hardly trades? You know, I want to buy 5 or 10% of the company, and it only trades, you know, some piddly amount of shares a day. I'm like, well, yeah, it's the way you do it is by changing the price, you know, and nobody wants that answer. But it works, you know. So let's say someone wants to sell. They got to pay their college tuition for their kids or something. And they move the price down. If it trades at $1 and all of a sudden you put your ask at 75 cents, you can put mad volume through there in one day because it's all of a sudden it looks cheap. People think they can take advantage of you or whatever. And all kinds of trades go through. The same thing with land. The same kind of principle happens with land. I think not much volume seems to be happening in this market in the 20-something thousand dollar prices, but if these same properties were $10,000, they probably move a lot faster and it happens a lot more. Or $5,000. So the other side of that is, can you buy them cheap enough to put them up in the market for, you know, 5,000 to 10,000 bucks, and
right.
So they actually move through that marketplace. So I think this is going to be a slower market. So you're going to have to ask for like a lot lower prices to make it work in a faster turnaround time. And You might be able to pull that off. I mean, you could put the letters in front of the people and see if they take it. I think it's going to be a tougher swim than needs be in lots of other areas.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. It's maybe we should look at some other websites and stuff.
Do you want to look at another county?
What I'm thinking is maybe the market here isn't on Zillow. Maybe it's somewhere else. You know, maybe it's on Realtor.com and go look at the Realtor listings. Maybe, I doubt it's even covered in Redfin. Yeah, see if you can pull up Realtor.com. I'm checking LandWatch. What do we say, 5 acres and up? Yeah, 7 acres, $22,000. It's a wooded track on a street. This look like the same properties that are on Zillow. It's like the exact same properties that are on Zillow.
I'm on Realtor, and they have listings around the $20,000 range.
Yeah, so 20s.
Look, I'm filtering 1 acre to 20 acres for about 20, 30, and these are just listings. Do they have sold data on Realtor?
Not sure. That's a very good point. Let's pull up. See if we can find the sold stuff. Zillow. $25,000. Someone bought a 5-acre lot on December 27th. 34,000 June of last year. It's like over a year ago. March, someone paid 40 grand for 14 acres. Did you look at the sold data and the data you got from Delaware County? Like, did you look at what prices people have been paying for land, like through the actual recorder's office instead of just
I don't think it came up. I don't remember seeing that column.
It's like way out at the right. Use RealQuest data, right? You got stuff off of RealQuest Pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like column 330 or 340 or something. Like, I mean, it's ways over. It's not, sorry, not numbers. It's like it's letters. I can't even think of what the letters are. Like D something. D and another letter.
Okay. Let me pull that up.
I'm looking at the comments going by. Meredith Kester is saying, wow, I've been following a while and something just occurred to me. When my husband retires, we could buy land in several states to boondock on. It'd be cheaper than paying campground rent. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do that. Different properties and different weather and altitudes and stuff. Some closer to family, some closer to middle of nowhere, some closer to some national parks, or lots of different things. I'd like to hunt and fish. Long term, probably pay for itself. Exactly. Gone prospecting, saying, yeah, that's exactly why I was interested in something in Arizona before I got cooked. Yeah, A2 is saying make sure the zoning allows it. Nice. Okay, so there's not many sales in this area. I wonder how many properties there are to even mail offers to. I think it's going to be a pretty small market. Did you look at Ben Dow? You still there? Did you look at?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you look at what kind of numbers of records are out there, or you haven't gone that far yet?
No, I for maize,
Yeah.
it's about 3,500 records. 3,500 records from 5 to 100 acres.
It sounds like your sell prices that you're targeting are there. Trying, the initial prospect of paying 2 to 5 grand and selling for 10 to 20. It seems like the 10 to 20 makes sense. More than 20 doesn't make sense. Closer to 10 probably happens a lot faster.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, paying, if you can get people to go for the 2 to 5 and selling for 10 to 15 or something. I mean, I'm looking at it saying you got to offer more like 5. Try to get someone to come through in this area to be able to try to sell it for 10 or 15. Do a clean double to get it to happen fast and short order. Not that I'm really good at this, but it just, the more I do this, the more I look at those like days on market. Like those ones have been. Let's see if we can see how long some of these have been sitting around. See if we can look at how long some of these were on the market before they actually sold. This one was listed for sale in December of 2017. Then it sold like 20 days later. They listed it for 35 and it sold for 25. Huh. That was a quick turn. 25 grand for 5 acres. That one turned over fast. 5 acres was sold for 23,750. See if we can see what the history was on this. It doesn't show the history, how long it was up for sale.
I wanted to ask you too, Luke, do you mail LLCs and ranches?
Yeah, why not? When I first started sending out mail, I was skeptical of that, but I mean, I've bought land from all kinds of different people. I don't ask questions so much anymore. Just mailing the offer. This one took 8 months. 6, well, changed price, sold, and then it fell out of sale. I don't know, 8 months.
Not good.
Let's see. This one took 5 months. I got 40 grand for 14 acres. I don't know. That 20 days for 25 grand, that looks promising, but there's a couple that are up for sale for cheaper. And but I think a lot of this you just get stuck with it land. I don't think it's a fast moving area at all.
Would that scare you away?
Yeah. Because there's so many other places that this is your money. You're putting your money in here.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest factors of growing your money is time. And I mean, yeah, you want to keep your money safe. You don't want to get it killed and lost and everything. I don't think that risk is here. But I think it's the time factor of what else your money could be doing. Your money could be turning over faster elsewhere. So.
Right.
Are there more, like, what else is right around this area?
County?
Yeah. Mays, Rogers, Craig, Ottawa. Is it the same thing in every county, or is it just Because Delaware had that big lake. You know, Mays doesn't seem to have as much lake from what I'm seeing. Well, yeah, it's got the river going right through it. Maybe I'm off my rocker.
I was looking at Wagner County also. I'm not sure the days on market, but Wagner, Wagoner.
Okay, so like kitty corner down, Wagoner.
Right near Tulsa County.
Getting closer to town. That's a weird county line. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that's a lot closer to town. Okay, so here's a bunch of sold stuff. I got the sold pulled up, 5 acres plus. 14,000 went off. In 2016, 18,000. 25,000, 27, 29, 32. See how fast the cheapest cheap one went. It doesn't have the data. I'm just using Zillow, just like first pass kind of stuff, and we can use a lot of different websites for this kind of information, but 2 months. Took them 2 months, but they listed it for 15 and sold it for 17,750.
Yeah, I see a lot of them around 10 to 20 grand on the lower end.
10 to 20 grand on the listings.
Well, I'm on recently sold. Let's do the listings here.
50 grand and up. Less competition over here.
I do see some long days on market in the listings.
He listed for sale for 35 and then changed it to 50 the same day. $122 days on the market. They're asking 50 grand though. But yeah, this is not a lively market.
Yeah, looks like I'm taking duds here.
I don't know. Maybe it's good to know. Instead of just mailing them. Let's see what some of the guys say on chat.
Yeah, I already pulled the data for the Delaware, but I'm having second thoughts now, mailing and wasting all that time and money if it's going to be so slow.
Well, let's go look at Delaware. Let me look at the comments for a second here, though. They're so Only Prepper Homestead is asking how much AC you're trying to run. He's asking Gone Prospecting, and Gone Prospecting saying having to build geothermal or put in a big solar system separate from my RV would make boondocking a few months, a year impractical. Yeah, so he's just going without AC. I'm going without AC here. The last week or two have been really hot. Richard Fawn is asking, anybody have any good leads on property in Northern California? Yeah, so we've been getting some more Northern California properties coming in. I think I got some more of them today coming in. They're closing title today. Got some on a stream. Got a couple stream front properties in Northern California, like El Dorado County, Amador County, Nevada County, up in the foothills. Let's see. Regulations, different guys are talking about different solar systems. So you went back to Delaware County?
Yeah, well, I just said that I already pulled the date on it, and I was planning to mail that. But it looks really slow now, now that I talked to you. I'm not sure if I will.
You can just change the price. You didn't pick what price to offer them yet.
Yeah, I haven't priced it yet.
Just price accordingly. Let's look at the sold stuff. You know where else we should look is landpin.com. There's a lot of other land dealer people will post their properties on there, and we can see if other people have been mailing it that way.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
$7,000 for 37.9 acres. Let me change it over. It's a public record kind of sale. $7,000 for 37.9 acres. Somebody recorded that in May of 2017. 18,000.
There are some Mays County properties on Landpin. There's only a few counties in Oklahoma that's on Landpin.
To say who's
But
selling
Mays is
them?
one of them. Jay.
I think those might be on rural vacant land too.
The J. Jones and Rural Land Watch.
So nothing in Delaware County?
No.
I'd price it lower than you're probably originally thinking. It's because of the turn times are going to be slow. That'll probably mean you get less deals. But if any deals come through, they'll be really good ones, and you can fix the days on market by being able to sell it for really cheap.
I see. But yeah, be ultra conservative about mailing them. Instead of 5 range, maybe the 2 range.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be frustrated and everything, but maybe somebody needs money. You can run with it. What's your mailing not the address, but the area or the state or city, or I don't know if you want to say or not. You're not coming from California.
No, yeah, my mailing address is going to be coming from Missouri.
Okay, that's gonna be a lot more up your alley. So the so I've mailed like the other side of the border over into Arkansas, and I just got like nothing on bigger properties. I mean, nothing. I mailed my offers. I thought I was making sense, gonna buy a bunch of properties. I was scared I offered too much money, and they just all got mad at me. Nobody wanted to take my offers. I was way too far off. So maybe I'm out to lunch. These lands might be settled a lot more too. Like they're not turned over as much as some of the desert properties, or further west they seem to, I don't know why, they seem to turn over more without being from neighbor to neighbor, family to family, friend to friend. Like people are more willing to do deals through the mail over the phone and from afar.
I see.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think we should do more research and find a better area. And
yeah, that's the conclusion.
yeah. So I think maybe we both focus on some areas. Maybe we could try it again later this week or next week.
Okay.
And swing at
Yeah.
that.
And it's a good lesson, good for everybody watching. You know, just like sometimes it takes a long time just to research and make sure that your bases are right before you spend all the money for the nail.
Yeah, I'm sure you can buy land there, but do you really, really want to?
I want to have the best chance of success and the
Yeah.
best chance of quickness. So I'll probably just hold off.
Exactly. It would be faster to find another place that's a tighter, hotter
I'm
market.
interested in Texas, so I'm really
Yeah.
interested in Texas also.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I think this video is getting long
Okay.
enough, and I should give some land away and get off the phone. Ben, did you watch the beginning of this video?
Yeah, most of it.
Can you think of a good question to ask to give land away? Something that pertains towards the beginning of this video? I'm always thinking of this
Maybe
last minute.
Something about that comment from that person
Sounds good.
that had the most.
Yeah. Okay.
That had the
So
most thumbs up.
what's the name of the person that won the free land from last week by getting the most thumbs up from the comments? Because we started this video out talking about last week's question on who's got the best sales pitch for the most economic land that's for sale on ruralvacantland.com. And so this is a name that last name sounds like a Hawaiian name, and that person won the property. You could probably go back in the chat and figure it out, but I'm looking for somebody to put that name in the chat that has not won land before. It doesn't work with me or for me in some regards, not like my sister or something. Malia's out there. You know, someone new that hasn't won land before. And so if you go and you type into the chat the name, there we go. It's starting to come through. So let's see if one of these people hasn't won before. So the name of that person, Jenny Liliani, or Jenna Liliani. Got a couple people have been saying it. I'll give you a free piece of property. So let me pull this up here and look at it. I'm gonna put it on the live screen because I've had numerous times people say that's not who it was. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this is my I'll pop this sucker out. So here's my chat right in the middle of the screen. And we're gonna go up here. People were talking about land, and Luke, what other websites do you use to find land? Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. Let's see who got this first. To me, it looks like Peddlin' Profits. Says Jenna, and then Dave Tassia says Jenna, and then Terry says Jenna. Tammy says Terry's first one puts the last name in there, but I think I was asking for the first person who puts the name in there. So I think it's Peddlin' Profits. If Peddlin' Profits hasn't won already, I'm gonna go back through my list and make sure. And Peddlin' Profits, if you change your YouTube name, you get disqualified later. But as long as you haven't changed it, Peddlin' Profits. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I would like to give you a free piece of land. Please email my assistant Gillian. I'm going to type her name in here and her email. And if you email that name, or you email that, email Gillian at ruralvacantland.com that you won the free piece of property today on August 13th, and say your name is Peddlin' Profits. I'm going to write this down too. And also get your title, what name you want to own the land in, what address you want the deed sent to. So name, address, contact information, like phone number would be grateful. So as I'm doing the paperwork and making it happen, if I have any questions, I could reach out to you and try to pull it off, expedite it, give you an update along the way, like the taxes came back crazy, or the whatever happened in the transaction, this property isn't going to work, we'll get you the next one, or hey, it's working, okay, here's your property, those kinds of updates. I'll try to make a video later on as it goes full circle and I know exactly what property you're getting and you're actually getting it. And then you can run with it and you can go sell it, use it, live on it, do whatever. Please don't use it, sell it, do whatever with the land until you got the deed in hand. There's a couple goofinesses on the way I'm doing paperwork to get these properties that they can fall through along the way. So I'll try my heart out to get the one that I set my eye on. I'm setting my eyes on the ones that I think will be the most readily resellable. Things like water attributes, access, utilities, size, those kinds of attributes about the property that I think people are willing to pay more for, and that makes the properties worth a little bit more. So I'm going to do that and sift through thousands of properties and just skim off the best for the ones that I'm giving properties, for the people that I'm giving properties to. It'll be like 1 for you, 2 for my kids, 1 for you, 2 for my kids. I go down the list, right? And so I'll make a video about them eventually. If you want me to sell them, I'll go sell them for you and charge you half the profits of the thing, so you get to keep all the cost of me buying it and half of from there to whatever I can sell it for. Or if you want to sell it, I'll probably even help you with paperwork and stuff. If you want to go sell it on your own, that's cool too. And if you come back and tell us about it someday, that'd be awesome. A picture of what you build or how much you sold it for or whatever, that'd be cool too. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Ben, for coming on the line. Thanks for talking about property. Sorry we didn't get a live mailer going today. I wanted to. I think we will eventually. We'll get one pulled off.
Right.
And
for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone for watching, listening, learning, asking questions, comments, everything. It's cool. It's fun. It makes it more interactive. We can all learn about land together. And I think that makes us all more efficient at buying land, developing land, making money off land, investing in land, all the above. So thank you everybody. I'm gonna pop off here and try to return some phone calls and close some title deals I'm working on, and talk to you guys all next time. Next show is Monday morning at 9 a.m. unless we do some others in between, which might happen too. Thank you. Talk to you later.